What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So, there are a couple things in this world that are actually bad for you. One of them is soda. The other is student loans. Let me tell you something. The average student loan for 2016 was $37,172. That meant that the average person, if they paid 4.29% interest rate, would be $382 a month in payments. That's like more than my car. Who wants more bills, right? But I understand education is key. Therefore, I'm just going to share a little bit of input how I raised my credit score 68 points by changing the status of my payment on my student loans. And here's a little secret for you. First of all, the difference, deferment and forbearance. My loans were on deferment, meaning that I was not liable for interest being paid while it was paused while I was in school. They automatically kick in if you have any deferment payment left. When that happened, my credit score did drop. However, a simple phone call to my student loan lender, putting it back into payment status. Again, I am not a financial expert, but if you're able to do any of the payments, which this is set up to lessen the burden, so to speak, if you cannot make the financial payments. Again, I called to change that status to payment, therefore showing and reflecting on my credit score in a positive manner. The minimum for me was like $100, so I paid like $110, not that big of a deal. But the payments that I did make reflected positively on my credit score. So I'll show you here on the phone. I took some screenshots. And what happened was, after about 5 to 6 weeks of doing some payments, I was able to pay about $200 that I had left over. And that jumped my credit score up. I don't know if you can see it here. I'll put the picture in. 68 points. And that was on my Equifax. My TransUnion went up 38 points, so not as much. And again, if you can't see these pictures, I'll just put them in the video so that way you guys can see them here. They should be loaded up there. Anyway, so remember, if you can make the payments and it's not a financial burden on you, then yes, this would help out anyone. You're basically changing the status from deferment to payment status. Then once you make the payment, normally every 30 to 40 days, your student loan department, who you have the loan through, mine was through Great Lakes Educational Service, okay, they reported to Equifax and TransUnion, and then it reflected on my credit score. So that's all you really have to do is think about the bills that you have that you're making payments reflects in a positive manner. This system is set up so that way you don't have to make a payment or you don't have to pay the payment and the interest. So I'll link these websites here where I got the information from. But deferment and forbearance, they postpone your loan payments, obviously. This was from magnifymoney.com. Occurs interest rate. Forbearance does not. Deferment does. Applies to students going back to school. Deferment does not. Forbearance does. I went back. And then automatic approval criteria. So it's showing that forbearance is automatic, which is why mine showed up in forbearance. Deferment is not. So if you have X amount of time to put yours in deferment, then call your student loan provider and see if that will help you while you can still make payments on everything else and stretch your money out further. Again, I'm not a actual financial advisor. Take this with a grain of salt, but I just thought I'd share this with you. Some people don't know that their student loans could potentially increase their credit score, so I'm just sharing this information with you guys. Hopefully you found this little bit of information helpful. But yeah, this was really awesome, and I want to share any information that I can with you guys, because my goal is to not only increase my credit score, but share you a little bit of tidbits on how I did it, so maybe it could help you guys out. And then if you are trying to increase your credit score, build credit history, start credit history, I would highly recommend. I know this sounds like a paid thing, but it's not. Trust me, I don't have any followers for that. But I would recommend the Discover It Secure Card. The deposit is much higher than Capital One, but the peace of mind knowing that I get 1% cash back on everything, or cash back match for the first year, is amazing. And the peace of mind of knowing if I have an issue 364 days a year, 365 days a year, whatever it is, I'm able to call anyone in less than 5 or 6 minutes. I have someone from the Americas here to help me and solve my issue. I don't have to call overseas, not that I mind that, and then someone can't help me and then I have to wait till like a business day to solve an issue. If I have an issue now, I can call and get help. So anyway, they helped me build my credit score up. I love it so far. I'll put the link in the description for that as well. And then, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want to build your credit score up, try to make as many payments as you can. You know, an extra 20 or 30 bucks, even 10 bucks on top of whatever you're doing, just, you know, saves you interest rate, saves you money in the long run. And I think it's the best thing. It's definitely, you know, better than soda. But anyway, cheers. I hope you guys liked the video. Leave a comment in the description if you like, or what else I should do in the future. And then also smash that like button if you like the YouTube video, and if you want to see more information in the future. Thanks, guys.